Hello everyone, my name is Jay, and today I'll be Masion mystery. But first time, let me show you this thing, which is a toy. I got it from my mom. So now let's read. Becca, you can do this. Becca told herself, believing it in her heart, as she lead the group down the street. No doubt. So tell me more, Daniel said, walking at the end of the group so he could get everyone in the shop. Tell the audience about what you've heard and seen at this infamous rural street house. Suppose there's a man named Mr. O'Hanlon who lives there, Henry replied. Nobody's ever seen him though, Becca added. She thought about her first time she saw the house as a kid, while trick or treating with her friends, with her family. That's why he's a myth. Well, somebody has to live there, McGee said. At the point or another, do you need to hint the house might be occupied by Mr. O'Hanlon's ghost? Daniel asked for effect. The plot thickens. I saw a shadow in the window once, Matt said as he hopped the scooter from the sidewalk to the street. For real, it was the middle of the day too, so I know it wasn't just my eyes being fixed on me. Becca tried to remember if she heard of anybody who had actually seen or met Mr. O'Hanlon. He couldn't. Why would the game master have us go to the house if there was someone living inside? Maybe the game master forced him to participate in the game, just like Mr. Vendy during the summer sport. Frankie uh, offered, or maybe they know that the house is abandoned. Maybe the game master is Mr. O'Hanlon. Daniel threw out to a torches of groans. That would be that would make less than no sense, Maggie said. Why would someone we never met decide to build an elaborate game just for us? True, General admitted. To be honest, I just thought it may be a great twist. Becca had to smile at that. It sounded like something straight out of Scooby-Doo. She imagined Daniel filming the group as they deliberately removed the mask of someone who was just like a ghost, only to reveal some old man with a serious boredom problem. So no one here has ever gone inside, Daniel asked. Have you, have you even gone close enough to peek through the windows? No way, the rest of the group cried out together. So far, you know there would be a sweet little lady living inside the cat, Daniel thought, and the house could be perfectly cozy and welcoming. Yeah, right, Matt said with a laugh. You'll see how you feel once you actually see it for yourself. Before she knew it, Becca was crossing the street to pass over the neighboring development of houses. We're getting closer, Terry said as they looked at the trees. I don't think I've been back here in years. Me neither, Maggie added. No one ever wanted to play back here, even the kids who live close by. One time my dog Rex escaped from our door, Terry said, her voice getting low. My sister and I had to chase him all the way back here. He ran through the trees, but luckily we were able to get him before he ran into Mr. O'Halloran. George, that would be that would have been terrifying, Matt said from his scooter. Imagine if Rafty's radish has on his side. I wonder I wonder I wonder if the game master is going to try to make us go inside. Becca wondered. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm up to that. Either way, Frankie said. The entire forest around the house is spooky. The trees got closer and closer as they approached the end of the street. I wonder what my mom is making for dinner tonight. Matt burped randomly, and once Becca realized that he had just as nervous as he was. He'd just been doing a better job of hiding it. She tried to remind herself that Elephant and Nacho needed their help, and that when her Nana's zoo trap, zoo tram had been stolen during the summer school game, the entire group had come together to help her get it back. We're almost here there, Harry announced, and Daniel let out a whoop of excitement. And the closer they got to Rose Street, the less everyone wanted to talk. Even Daniel put his camera down for the last bit, saying that he started filming again, and they were approaching the house. Becca's imagination went wild with all the potential things with the game master might put them through. She wondered if the game master was inside the house waiting for them right that very moment. She wondered if the elephant was still in the tiny trans costume that he'd been wearing the last photograph the game master had sent them. When they reached the corner sign of the leisurely street, Daniel turned his camera on again, making sure to get a good shot of the sign, as well as everybody walking past it toward the end of the street. These guys are hitting before, he commented, as he made their way down the quiet paving street. There aren't any other houses on this entire street. Can't even see the house. It's like the road just disappeared into the forest, like the forest is a giant mountain. See? Harry said, raising a brow at Daniel with a grin. We told you it's creepy, and you haven't even seen the house itself yet. As they got further away from any houses and closer to the trees, Becca's heart started sweating. As they entered the forest, it got notably darker, as though the sun weren't welcome. The air felt thicker somehow, which Becca knew sound, sounded ridiculous, but it really did feel different than the lights, sunnier out on the street. The air took on a bitter chill, and Becca shivered, ripping up her hoodie, which tried to escape it. She considered getting getting out one of the white waters and taking a sip. But she realized it'd be smarter to save water for later, in case they really need it. Did you hear that? Frankie asked suddenly, stopping in her tracks to peer down the trees to their right. The sound of twig snapping. It was probably an animal, Becca asserted, making herself believe it was true, so she didn't turn around and run screaming. Lots of squirrels and rabbits and stuff around here. I'd imagine. Seminary squirrel, Charlie said, although she didn't sound so sure. Let's keep moving. Where is it? Before long, the group was able to see the beginning of the outline of the house, tall, looming in the shadows of the forest. Becca's mouth opened a little at sight. He'd forgotten just how huge the house was. It was closer to a mansion, really. Surrounding the house was a wide stretch of uneven fencing. The house was then overgrown and dense. A mailbox was posted directly in front of the fence, looking really out of place. Inside the fence was particularly large and old-looking tree. Holy moly! Daniel said under his breath, stopping to get his first shot of the house. I feel cold inside just looking at it. Steve Sandy said, crossing their arms and looking ahead without blinking. It's really something, right? It sure was. Becca noticed the paint peeling in the walls and how the shutters made the windows look like creepy eyes, watching them all, daring them to come closer. There weren't any birds singing near the house, and if they were indeed squirrels in the forest, they didn't seem to want to come too close. From all appearances, the house was totally empty. There was no car parked in front, no lights shone through the dark, large windows. So what do we do now, Mike said. Matt asked. The game master didn't provide us with anything except the location. I suppose we should do a sweep of the resort to see if there are any clues around, Lecter said, trying to stand firm in her position as the leader of the pack. If she acted like she was nervous, maybe it would help everyone else to feel less nervous themselves. We can split up into three groups of two, so nobody is alone. Great idea, Daniel said, following Masion to the gate. We'll check out the front hall of the door, front half of yours. Me and can frankly check out the side. Uh, Terry volunteered, and the two linked arms and went off. I guess it leaves you and me to explore the back, Matt said to Rebecca with a nervous chuckle. How do we get stuff with spookiest part? Maybe the back of the house is less creepy than the front, Rebecca tried, and which put a smile back on Matt's face. Unluckily, I know, but let's go for it. After you, Beck, he said, abandoning his scooter by the mailbox. The sound of dead leaves crunching beneath the sneakers chilled Becca's bones a little. This, this house is great as a movie. Hopefully there's no monsters or chainsaw wielding madman lurking in any of these shadows. Don't be ridiculous, she told herself. You're letting your imagination get you carried away too. Anyway, I wonder if the game master is watching us right now, my sinister, which didn't help things one bit. If they were, I hope they see this, like I said, breaking out into the silliest dance she could think of. Not eyes widened in surprise as he took the sight of her before. He burst out laughing. Becca was mm, glad they needed to Listen, the moon around here a little bit. He was just fine behind me. Camera had been close enough to see it. I'm going to need you to do that. Everything stuff gets spooky around here. And I said, winking his eyes as he stopped laughing. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in a long time. You'll see, he said, out of breath, but still smiling. And when they made their way around the back of the house, Becca was both relieved and, and disappointed to see that it wasn't everything of the out of the ordinary. In fact, he turned toward Matt to ask him if he wanted to go back. And Sarah Frankie yelled and stop her. I found something, Frankie cried out. Everyone, come here. I found Frankie and the others gathered around the mailbox. There, stuck to the back of it, the familiar green, black lit MG sticker, the game master symbol. Chapter 6, Matt, with an excited gasp. Matt opened the mailbox and peered inside. Whoa, he said, reaching his hand into his dark cubby as the others watched. He whipped as he felt around the mailbox, hoping there wasn't any creepy crawlers hidden inside. There's something in here. What is it? Baker said, and made you bounce up and down on his toes. There are a few things. First, Matt pulled out a small velvet bag that was a beautiful jewel-toned purple, which seemed weirdly out of place in its dark, greenly surroundings. He pulled out an envelope with another MG sticker, still in his shut. Becca plucked the letter from my hand as he opened the purple velvet bag to see what's inside. Here's a bunch of little plastic pieces, he said, pulling one out to inspect it closer. It looked like a little board game title, like the kind you'd see on the scramble. On one side of the title, there was tiny paw prints in a line, and on the letter, on the other, the letter E. Those look like cancer prints, Maggie said when he saw the paw prints on the other side of the title. As he pulled the other title to see if they were all the same, but one had a little face on the side and strange curly lines on the other. That was snake prints, Maggie cried, grabbing the title to take a closer look. One step closer, elephant and natural. What does the letter say? Becca said. Becca, Sally asked. Matt noticed that Becca had removed a piece of paper from the envelope and was reading it quietly to herself. He lowered the paper and saw it contained a letter written in glued on magazine letter papers. Why they use have to use magazine letters like that? Tracy said with a shiver. That's so creepy. They wanted to see and they wanted to hide in handwriting. Mm, carried the right. Then when you pointed out the game master could have just printed out a type of letter like all at the same time. He it was meant and Sarah, Nancy insists, biting her lip. I just know it. Welcome to the house of finish it, Maggie out loud from the letter big in the hand. The first cat is record the message hidden within these titles. You may want to hurry though. I'm not sure this place would be safe as a nightmare. If you want to save the hamster and its mate, you have to work together to beat the game and just create it for you. Have fun. Make sure not to wander off alone into any dark corners. You never know what might be waiting for you in the shadows. The letter was signed the game master. Holy fruits, Frankie said. They wrapped their arms around themselves. I knew this would be some spooky stuff, but this is really getting to be next level. How many titles are there in the bag? Terry demanded, swiftly snapping into action. You heard what the game master said. I have to in intention of being here past dark. Thanks, Becca agreed, and Maggie looked nervously at the hat. There's a lot of titles, Max answered Kelly. We look around for any flat surface large enough to sort the titles on. Mm. His eyes find nothing until they land on the wide wooden porch of the house. Let's do it over here. The group made their way to the porch. And then they sat around the pile of dumped out tiles in a circle. Where do we even begin? Matt said, looking hopelessly to the scattered pile of letters. That's a thing. It's no trick. This looks really complicated. If not if I have anything to say about Kenny murder, already going to work by sorting the titles into separate piles according to letter and print pattern. There has to be a way to figure out or the master won't have given it to us. That's true, Becca said. It's almost like the game master wants us to beat their game. We just don't want to make it easy. We want we can do this if we put our heads together. So obviously the title was going to end up spelling out a message. Maybe notice, but the question is how to figure out what order to arrange them in. There must be a pattern. Exactly, Mary said. Her eyes darted back and forth between the separate piles. If there's an order, I imagine they have something to do with the animal print. One of them, either the hamster or snake, must be indicated to the start of each word. But which one will be more likely to come first? The hamster print. Very hard. Then it has to be because elephant was thrown first. The word hamster also comes before the word snake. In the alphabetical speaking, Terry agreed, nodding as he leaned forward to steal away all the hamster quintiles. I'd say that as solid a start as any. Terry leaned up all the hamster quintiles in a row, flipping them over to reveal the letters they held. If our theory is correct, these tiles are going to start every word in the message, he said. That would be that would mean they are 15 words total. Nice, Matthew said, looking over his shoulder to the empty window behind them. This is moving along already. In the distance, the wind blew through the trees, making it sound like the forest was full of whispers. The sooner they could beat the game and get out of here, the better. Now we need to use the sniffing spells to create words on them, Terry continued. After we made 15 words using every spare title, we are able to try to arrange them into any sort of message. That makes sense. Or read like a clue. All right, Daniel said, speaking for the first time. Since Matt opened the mailbox, I think I might be able to help with this. I'm really good at spelling, and there are multiple ways to read one. I can get them on film. in a place. We need to look back. We should be able to move through the call pretty quickly that way. Perfect, Kennedy said. We moved over to make an extra space, so Daniel can move over to work recycle. Let's get to work then. As much as Matt hoped, they would effortlessly build the works. Here's the word. And figure out the message. It turned out to be easier than that. For example, one of the hundred pairs of night that did that mean that they could, could consider was the start. With a night using letters from this night. Since how other the message simply have the letter in it somewhere. Luckily, there was only one hesitant child with an A, so Kelly suggested they stick trying to build the A until there were fewer titles to work with. I can't help but notice there are two E's and one N in the fingerprint tiles. Megan noted as Daniel tried to help Kelly build a word on a page tile and filming at the same time. Same time. Okay. Do you think it's reasonable to assume that the E title was for elephant and the N title is for natural? Let's see if the snake print title has what we need to build those words, Sally said, apparently revealing to have some level of direction for a solid thought. To approve a silent there, when G is silent necessary to fill elephant and natural, which left them with way fewer letters and a task that was far less overwhelming to tackle. After a few breaks, everyone felt more confident trying to build what that was not what was left. And before Matt knew it, Ray had a full list of 15 words and zero spare titles left. We're getting closer, Sandy said with a grin. Let that clap her hands together and enjoy. Now we just wait a minute. Mm, that's it, folks. Goodbye.